Our Spider Marine deck box is now available for you today. We actually worked very hard on the outside of this box to try to create this holographic design that bridges all of the box together. And honestly, it turned out very, very amazingly. And the inside piece sporting off Marine as ye old Spider Gwen actually looks fantastic. So I'll leave a link down below so you guys can grab yours today. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more market watches. And as per every one of these, one of you be walking away with a booster pack on this. Tell me what you guys think about today's market as per usual. So I'm going to go into way more depth about Vydos, the Eruption Dragon, of why is this card going up in price. And there's actually a pretty big reason for this right now, but we'll talk about that later this afternoon. For now, this card has hit, wow, 90, 74, 112. As I'm filming this, your lowest quarter century right now is going to cost you actually about 135 on up to 140 in the verified territory, which is actually pretty crazy to think about out here. Secret Vydoses, well, these are actually going up even further beyond right now. 30, 30, and 30. You're looking at $31 a copy of Vydos right now. Like, just take a moment to think about how crazy that this is. That, you know, not only for the Ashen type, but for the other possibilities as to why this card is also good. I mean, speaking of Ashen, hey, you can get a Spanish version of the quarter century. That actually looks really nice. The way that the foil is darker, okay. That's 61. But you're looking at about 74, and your listings of these are starting to drop down pretty quickly. 74, 78, 82, 91, 125. Yeah, these accelerate up very, very quickly here. So that's it's actually kind of wild to see. Awakening of Vydos, well, this is going up to about 45. And then, of course, you're looking at like $6 to $7 a piece here on Priestesses, which is pretty normal here, I feel like. And then King, the rest of the Ashen stuff for the Ohio deck is actually pretty cheap. So there's nothing really too glamorous back here. Obviously, your two main pieces are trucking on up pretty strongly here. Good stuff. All right, Nirvana High Paladin. What in the world is going on with this? We talked about this thing earlier in the week, and a level 10 that can have life points. Yeah, that's what you really want to see here. You can see that you've got a straight $5 across the board here, and I mean, you've had pretty steady sells. I mean, you had one move for 8, like, not really like such a crazy movement here, but it was enough that like you can see this thing actually getting some actual traction here. So I do suppose, like, depending on which variants and things that you're trying to play this in, obviously, you know, you're going to get your most value by using, you know, the little pendulum monster for this, but one synchro monster as well. So, you know, you can go ahead and jump into this near in mid-battle phase. You have a 3,300 attack point monster for, you know, your Tempai Dragon deck if you're really trying to go down this route. Thank you, level 10, for, I guess, being an option that we can access. But I don't know. I'm still not 100% sold on this. Once again, I like the idea. I see what people want to try to do with this, but it just doesn't seem like anything I really want to push for. The Black Goat Laughs, the little creepy mask. So quarter centuries, we talked about earlier in the week that we started to see this as a tech choice in the meta, as you can specifically declare any single monster card or name, and your opponent cannot with this. And guess what has happened? You have a huge uptick in these, and it begins 18 listings, by the way. Hey, your opponent is going to try to snake eyes ash you, do some stupid stuff that you don't really like all that much. That's okay. We can stop that. We can just go ahead and declare the card name that we're really scared of, and ooh, we don't have to deal with it. Yeah, easy enough. I am kind of curious to know, like, for a long haul though, like how this will continue to like overall impact the meta. I think the card is very, very solid. It does do a lot, as in basically any deck can play it. Meanwhile, your regular version, we have 23 listings of this. Black Goat Laughs has hit, well, $16, I guess. Wow. Yeah, these have hit $16 right now. I really did not expect to see this tech choice, kind of sticking around and hitting, these level of numbers. But when your format is so just terrible and you've been forced to, make plays and make tech choices like this just to allow people to play, I am glad to see, though, that the TCG finally has figured out why this card is good, though. So that is your Black Goat Laugh situation. Summon Sorceress. Yay! So many of these things still floating around out here. You have your wall down here at 14 listings, and then they start to disappear. Once again, I still think it's either this or Dark Matter Dragon, to be honest with you. Those were the only two that, realistically, I still think that Dark Matter should be the one to receive Set Errata, to be honest with you, because, once again, you're pushing this Tachyon stuff as hard as you're pushing it. It just makes sense to look at this card and go, yup, that should be the one. The card is so cool, but it's such a bad design card in the way that it currently stands for what it can actually do. Also, standing at an apex of 4,000 attack points. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, but either way, even if it's neither one of these two, Summon Sorceress also makes sense to be an errata, I feel like, at this point in time. Also, it's not like this card should go up too crazy in price, because you do have a super rare down here coming in at a whole $1, so you do have value pushing down on both sides of the market. This is why, I'm glad that, older special editions, even though they are absolutely terrible by a lot of the current community standards, they do exist very cheaply. SP Little Knight. I love the push down here. This is good. Except not really, because they're still selling 135, 126, 139, and they're still going. Your non-verified coming in about 112. You have another one here for 113, basically. It looks like, you're pushing about 115. Yeah, these have dropped down. I know it's not like what people want to see. People want these to be extremely easier to get, and I understand that. Probably later on in the latter half of the year, you will see some sort of pushback or push down on this. Just got to be a little bit patient for now. Kaiba Man. And why in the world are we pulling this up? I wanted to take a look at your retro pack versions here. 179. No sales data, by the way. Wonder why that is. Because your lowest is $450. Alright, but that's just retro pack things. That's nothing too crazy to look at here. Your DR4 versions, by the way, still the same thing here. Lowest was it $89, the way it looked here? It looks like, if you're looking at these, yeah, you're looking at about $90 for lowest near mint for these. You gotta love your old Kaiba vintage values. You can get a Dark Legends rare for under $1. Wow, how the mighty times have changed. And the greatest card of all collectability, Kaiba Man, is worth absolutely a lot of money. It's just the two greatest tightening, hard to get sets. Yes, Retro Pack 1 and DR04 both share such a great card. Trident Dragon. Wow. I see that these are 73, 86, 86, pushing on up to 100, 120, $180 for this. No, I don't think I will. Your secret rares are 42s at the moment, on up to 54. Yeah, this is a meme and a half. I understand, people are ready to be able to play the huge OTK monster that is, this upcoming deck, but, come on. I'm not going to spend that amount of money just to be able to roll out some random OTK monster. And then Mikanko cards. Hey, look, $40 for Ha-Rays. Those have gone down. Arahimas, wow. If you want a nice looking card, $18. Oof. Nani's coming in about 18s. Mikanko Reflection Rondos, 16s. Ohime's, you're still about $11. 9, 13. Yeah, you're still floating about 11 for these. Not terrible for the Ohime's. Should have got a higher rarity. I don't know why I didn't. Water Abereski about $8. Then, of course, everything else is just worth absolutely nothing for this. Well, good times. So what do you guys think about today's market? Everything, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.